Okay, so we've gone through all of our library places here. Cool? So, in so doing, we learned an awful lot about the different ways in which Live works. But let's keep going through the browser. We've got two more big areas to look at: places and collections. So, let's talk about places first. And now, this one, in your computer, I bet you don't see what I see. You probably see a few things here, but all of these ones in the middle, you probably don't see. Almost for sure you don't see. Because the thing about places is that we can add whatever we want to places. You can think of this as your bookmarks bar. Okay? There's a couple things that just stay here, like packs, cloud, push, user library, and current project. Those just live here. And those are useful. But these things, these are folders I go to all the time for different projects, and I've added them. So you can see, add folder. So I could say, I'm going to click on a folder and say, mastered. Here's a mastering project I was just working on. Sure. So now if I click on that mastered folder that's now here, I can get access to these files quickly. So the reason you would want to do that is if you are constantly going to the same folder over and over, just give it to yourself right here in the browser and save yourself a bunch of time. That's all. It's a bookmark. So you can see here I put my giant sample library in here, and that was cool. Maybe I didn't need to do that. Here's some files. I put a Splice link here because I downloaded a bunch of files from Splice, which is a sample purchasing website. So I bought a bunch of stuff and I just put a link here so I could see it quick. This The Hack was some library that somebody put out, and I was playing with it for a little while just to try it out and see what it was like. And then here's this mastered. I'm going to get rid of this by just control clicking on it and say remove from sidebar. Cool. So there's some cool stuff here. You're always going to see current project, which is going to show you all the samples and files of your current project. For me, there are none in this current project. So that's a good way to get into the files should you need to for your current project, which sometimes you do. Now, the rest of these things, these other four things I want to address kind of separately because they deserve a little more conversation. So let's start with packs.